With that being said, I hope you're all doing well. That's right. I know, isn't that so awesome? Ah, I'm so excited to see all of you. I am very excited. I don't know what I'm doing today, honestly, but yeah. Is it live? I think it's live. I'm hoping it's live. It says it's public, but it says connecting to streaming software, so it better start working. Oh, there we go. Now it's live. There we go. Much better. I don't know what was taking it so long, but Jesus Christ. With that being said, congratulations, Matthew, on being the first person in chat. Hello, Raylan, Angel HH, Avery, Coconuts Have Water in Them, Maz Juio, SS Caro, 33, Daniel Barry, Zoyman, Josh, Parfait. Hey, baby girl, how was your shower? It was pretty good. It was pretty good. I think I should probably let my hair down. Ow. I wish I was eating so I couldn't be... Oh, I was eating so I couldn't be first to chat. Oh my god, why am I illiterate? Hello, Randy S. Hello, MJ Johnson. I don't know why I read your name like that. What's on your chin? Nothing. What's on your chin? Ow. Ah, why is this thing so tight? Ah. God damn it. I want to eat you. How come? Ow, why is this thing stuck? It's like not cooperating at all. It's been a minute since I showed up to the stream. Yeah, welcome back. I hope you're doing well. Oh my goodness gracious. Hello, Michael Roger. I hope you're doing well. Owie. Oh, man. Oh. Alright. Dude, my hair is a fucking mess. Oh my god. My hair is a literal mess, chat. It's so sad. I was about to sleep, but now I shall not sleep until the end. Ah, I see. Well, I think you should probably get some sleep anyway, regardless. It's good to sleep. My hair is a mess. I gotta fix that. Hello, Fixie Pixie. Hello, Just Some Dude. Hello, everybody. Hello, Josh. Do you have a... Let's see. Oh, God. Hello, Vision Brady. But yeah, Cutie Pie, thank you, Maz. I appreciate that. Hottie, thank you, MJ Johnson, and welcome back to the greatest live show of all time. Oh my god, my hair is looking very messy, but you know what? That's okay. That's okay. Happens to the best of us. Hello, Lilac. I hope you're doing well today. If not, I'm gonna be very sad. Hello, Haley Medina. Hello, everybody. I went to go visit my sister yesterday. Well, I hope it was a pleasant experience. I hope your sister doesn't suck or something. But yeah, with that being said, Haley, did you know that spamming gets you a 30-minute timeout? Oh my god, that's crazy. Actually, that's like one of the less bad timeouts. But you were just saying hi. But also, you know, we don't want chat to be unusable now, do we? Hello, Jinxine. Did I pronounce that correctly? I hope I did. It's adorable. Thank you. Thank you. You're just the sweetest. I'm trans now? Well, congratulations on coming out. And welcome to the club. Welcome to Transgender Gang. That's right. I've indoctrinated you. Yes, you with the woke mind virus. And now you're transgender. There's nothing you can do to stop me. What can I say? Anyways, brush every day plus regular and conditioner and you will never get knots in your hair. I didn't really have any knots. It was just because I had put it in a belt. Because I had put it in a bun, it was just like very messy as a result of that. But I also have straight hair. But yeah, I use conditioner, like a lot of conditioner. I mean, not just like conditioner, but like a lot of it, about every other day. Especially if it's dry. Oh, I think I got some on my upper lip. Oopsie. Hold on. I wasn't being very precise. No, I fucking love being trans. You're welcome for making you trans. Ah. That was a little bit annoying, but oh well. Anyways. With that being said, I just need to add a little bit more lip gloss. I'm coming out as a Little Caesars enjoyer. Okay, now that's one of the few identities that we don't accept around here, Femboy cultist. That pizza is so good when you don't have 4 people screaming down my ear that it's bad. Okay, but it is bad. It's not good. That lip gloss looks so pretty on you. Thank you, Zoe. I really appreciate that. Your hair gets frizzy at the bottom, because you're supposed to have little waves in your hair. Do you use coconut conditioner? I don't think so. I don't know what's in the conditioner. It's just some generic stuff. I don't think my hair is supposed to be wavy though. The reason that it gets frizzy at the bottom, is because I haven't cut it in like a really long time. Has it been 2 years since the last time I've cut it? So there's like a lot of split ends. I should get like, I don't know, like, maybe a few inches cut off my hair. I think Fem has straight hair or a very slight wave pattern. You are correct, Zoyman. You are correct. It's not very wavy. Maybe there's like a slight wave pattern, but yeah, there's not much. Reminder to stay hydrated. I agree with your reminder, Lilac. Chat, it's very important, okay? It is imperative that all of you watching make sure to stay hydrated, okay? It's very important, all right? I need a haircut really bad. It's longer than yours. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. That's completely understandable. See, the thing about hair, at least with me, is, you know, the way that I view it, I mean. The problem is never length. It's like, if you haven't gotten a haircut in a long time, your hair is going to be messy and look kind of bad, potentially, because of the split ends. Now, for me, I just don't care. I just don't care. I'm just too lazy to get it cut. But I should get a haircut. Like, I might literally just go to the barber and just get, like, a few inches trimmed off, rather than actually doing anything, with my hair. Just because it's like, well, I don't know. I don't know if, because I feel like getting bangs is a little bit of a commitment. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, it's one thing to, like, get a haircut, right? It's another thing to, like, completely change your hairstyle. Like, that's a commitment, you know? And then it's like, you gotta keep getting it cut in order to make sure that it's not an issue, you know? And, you know, I don't really want to have any issues, okay? That's just not something I'm looking for. You know what I mean? What products do you use on your skin? So I use a CeraVe, what should we call it? The CeraVe foaming cleanser. And then I use this nighttime exfoliator cream thingy, but I use it every day. Actually, every night now, because I shower at night before stream. I need to fix that, okay? We need to go back to doing the 8-hour streams, okay? I have been very bad about my stream schedule, and I think it's time we fix it again. I've been taking like a little bit of a mental break from everything, because it's like, okay, like I whatever, it was like a break between college courses and whatnot, so it's like, okay, this is just time for me to, you know, just to focus on myself as a person. And that sounds really fun. That is YouTuber speak. I am, holy shit, what in the brain? Did I just say YouTube? Did I say something that's literally YouTube? I was taking time off to grow as a person. Jesus Christ, I sound like a fucking YouTuber. Holy shit. Can I not say that? Okay. Note to self, don't say anything like that ever again. Jesus Christ. That is like the most YouTuber-esque fucking speak I've ever, holy shit. That's wild. Yeah, no, but with that being said, what's a good way of putting it? What the hell? I have no idea, actually. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my hair ever so slightly. Breaking news, YouTube streamer is a YouTuber. Yeah, but it was like a very YouTuber thing to say, and I don't like that. I'm like, I want to be like not a normal person, because I've always been weird and autistic, but like, I mean, look, here's the thing. I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to be like a generic YouTuber, you know what I mean? Oh, embrace the cringy delivery, personal growth is based. Yeah, but it's not like that. It's like, okay, but I've been like what I mean by that is like, I don't know, just like focusing on like, I don't know, like thinking about philosophy. No, God, that's so pretentious. No. Okay, never mind. Scratch that. Okay, that's pretentious. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to say that. Okay. What's a non-pretentious, non-YouTuber thing to say? I'm actually trying to think, okay? Without also making it sound like really cringe and pointless. I actually have no idea. Maybe it is cringe and pointless. I don't know. Look, I just wanted time to myself. That's the best way of putting it. Anyways. Gooning. No, gooning is not what I was not gooning, if you can believe that. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Who would have guessed that I wasn't gooning? in my free time. Oh, wow. The most degenerate live streamer of all time. Not even gooning. Yeah, anyways. Catching, not pitching. Oh my god. No, I wasn't. No, it wasn't to have sex. It wasn't anything like that, right? I wasn't going outside or anything like that. But I was just, you know, spending time. I guess talking to people is a good way of putting it. Thinking about stuff. Okay, I don't want to get too specific, right? I'm imagining Femyoz in the study by the fireplace, reading philosophy texts with a pipe and a glass of fine bread. No, it's not like that. It's more like talking to people on Discord about philosophical ideas. Okay, that's what it's like. So it's not like any like oh wow, I'm like an intellectual. I'm sipping on my wine as I read some philosophical literature. No, it's like me talking to other Discord autists about philosophy. That's what it is. But yeah, I'm just like thinking about stuff. I have my best friend's hair tie because he didn't want it. Interesting. Like one of the things that I that was sort of briefly talked about in terms of normative ethical theories was care ethics. And this is something that I've never heard of, right? Normally when I think of normative ethical theories, I'm either thinking of utilitarianism, which is what I subscribe to, deontology, or virtue ethics, right? That's generally what I'm going to think of when I think of normative ethics, because those are, I think, the most common, right? And then there are like some other theories that are like not a little bit more, they're just like less relevant to discourse that I would tend to have, right? But I don't know, like it's the idea behind it is like it's like dude, I'm not gonna be the best at explaining it. Hold on. I thought it was like very interesting because like hold on, care ethics. Like okay, so it basically emphasizes the importance of emotions such as sympathy, empathy, and compassion that enables individuals to be more attentive and responsive to the needs of others and to imagine themselves in the perspectives of others. Such emotions can aid rather than hinder ethical reasoning, right? So the reason I think that this is interesting, right, is because like this is fundamentally like an entirely different lens to what most normative theories would prescribe, right? Like most ethical theories describe some sort of duty or moral obligation, right? It's more of like something that you would like logically reason your way through, right? Whereas like this is like an ethical theory that focuses on like more like emotional aspects. Now what's interesting and what I've noticed is and this is something that I don't know how true this is because I don't know enough to make a claim one way or another, right? But I was talking to somebody and she believes that if formulated correctly, right, all of the ethical theories, all the normative ethical theories end up with the same prescriptions, right? They all end up with the same end result. And I thought that was really interesting because something I had noticed before when I was doing some very surface level research about virtue ethics was that I could apply certain aspects of virtue ethics to utilitarianism, right? It's going to be the case that like what's a good example? Virtue ethics example. Like for instance, I would argue that like according to virtue ethics, it's good to be a kind person. Okay? Right? Like kindness is like would be something good, right? Now what's interesting is that according to virtue ethics, that's good. But that also doesn't contradict utilitarianism. In fact, it's actually complementary. And this is something that I noticed, right? Like if you are a kind person, you are necessarily the type of person that in practice is going to generally do things that maximize utility. And I thought that was really interesting. Even at the time, I sort of noticed that, right? And so the way that I viewed it at the time was, okay, I'm obviously a utilitarian, right? And this seems to be something that maximizes utility, right? So what I intend on doing is finding aspects of other ethical frameworks and applying them to utilitarianism. Now, what's interesting is this person explained that it's a two-way street. And I thought that was really interesting. Because she's not wrong. It is a two-way street. It's not just that virtue ethics when formulated correctly, is utilitarianism, right? That would go in both ways. That would go in both directions. And I thought that was a really interesting claim. Now, I'm not sure how valid of a claim that is, right? I mean, I don't know that much, right? I'm not that smart of a person, but I thought it was like a really interesting claim. I want to look into it more. I want to look into like different versions of deontology and virtue ethics to see like how many of them line up with utilitarianism and why, right? Because I think that's really interesting. I don't know. Sorry, this is just like my autistic fucking, I could have sworn you talked about this on stream before. Must be deja vu, though. Maybe I talked about something similar. I don't know. Here I am again, your Russian friend. Hello, Russian friend. I hope you're doing well. What do you think of the name Dave? I mean, it's a pretty normal name. Socratesios? I'm not even close. I'm not that smart, okay? I'm literally just saying things that are on the basis of what other people have said. I'm just copying what other people that are smarter than me said, okay? Actually, no, that's not entirely true. That's not entirely true. For instance, me noticing that aspects of virtue ethics could be applied to utilitarianism is something that I noticed on my own. But I didn't make the connection. I didn't make the connection that this is something that could go both ways. I didn't think of that, right? So, no, I'm just saying things that people that are infinitely smarter than I am have said. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Your hair is beautiful. Thank you. Oh, fuck. Fuck. I mean, almost everything smart people say is based on other smart people's research or work. So that doesn't mean that you are not smart. No, but it's like, I don't know. I don't want to get credit for, like, understanding what other people said. Like, they should be getting credit for saying the things that are smart. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how else to explain it. Like, I'm not that smart of a person. I just, like, all I did was copy what somebody else said. And maybe that requires some level of fluid intelligence. I mean, sure, obviously it does. To remember and understand some sort of abstract or not concept, whether it's an abstract concept, a philosophical concept, whatever it may be, a mathematical concept, obviously some level of fluid intelligence is required for that. But you can take credit for learning about humanity and processing it, I guess. But I think that the people that should get credit are the actual, like, smart people that are able to come to these conclusions and think about these things logically, right? Sure, I could think about things logically too, but not to the same extent. I don't know. If you weren't smart, you wouldn't even be able to grasp the concepts, I would think, or be interested in those topics. I don't know. That's hard to say. I don't know. I guess it depends on what you mean by smart. Credit can be split. Doesn't need to go all in one direction. I guess that's fair. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It would feel weird to, like, take credit for, like, things that, like, I've thought about because, oh, fucking the Fleur on Discord told me about it. And then it's like, okay. So, like, are these my ideas? Well, not really, right? I just think that they're interesting. I just like to think about stuff. You'll feel more confident someday, I hope. You're mistaken. It's not a matter of confidence, okay? It's not a matter of confidence. I'm of the belief that generally, when people are, like... Generally, when people like to think about stuff, okay? When people are good at coming to certain conclusions or using their brain in a certain way, right? I don't think... Fuck, I could be wrong on this, okay? Fuck, and I don't know. I could be wrong in this, but generally... You don't want to get complacent. You don't want to think that you're smarter than you actually are, okay? If you think that, look, if you take it from the perspective of, I am dumb, I don't know anything, I want to learn stuff, you're going to be a lot smarter than if you take the perspective of, I am very smart, I know everything, right? The I am very smart, I know everything person is going to be a lot dumber on average than the I am dumb and I don't know anything, right? Because the I am dumb and I don't know anything mindset gets you way the fuck further. Because then you get to learn stuff. Because then you can actually know more stuff, right? No one that's actually smart is going to be like, oh yeah, I'm satisfied with the amount of knowledge I have. I'm smart enough now. You know, I have enough knowledge of philosophy to call myself smart. You know, I'm smart now. That this is the end all be all. I don't need to learn more, right? Or some, like, I don't know, and like I'm not gonna say that this makes me smart because it's like, well, smart according to what standard? Like general society, philosophical standards? Well, I would argue that not philosophical, but like philosopher standards. Like, okay, like what makes somebody a good philosopher? I wouldn't consider myself to be a particularly good philosopher. I don't even know if I'd call myself a philosopher, period. I don't think I'm well versed enough in philosophy to do that. I would have to do a lot more reading and thinking for that. All of my knowledge just barely scratches the surface. There's so much underneath all of that I just don't know and I'm not aware of. And, you know, there's something scary about that, but there's also something kind of weirdly comforting about that because, like, there's always, like, more that you can... There's never the end-all, be-all. I don't know. You'll change throughout life again and hopefully someday embrace that you're humble, and that's wonderful. It's not about being humble, right? Like, I can be a very cocky individual, right? But when it comes to, like, whether or not I'm smart, I don't like to jump to conclusions there. I don't know. I don't like to label myself as, like, somebody that's smart. The issue I have with that is smart is, like, some sort of, like, people use it as, like, an all-encompassing term a lot of the time to sort of encompass, like, a general set of either predispositions or relative knowledge to the rest of society, right? Ability to interpret information, etc., right? So it's like a very broad term. So I don't really like outside of the context of, like, I don't know, like insulting somebody because it's funny and being like, you're not very smart. You're like the dumbest person in the room right now, okay? Then I like using those relativistic terms. But in terms of whether or not somebody is actually smart, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll label other people that way because relative to me they are, but relative to myself, I mean, I'm just me. I'm neither smart nor dumb relative to myself. I mean, that's all there is to it, really is. I mean, there are plenty of people that are going to be dumber or smarter than somebody else, right? It's just kind of how it works. But at the end of the day, I don't know. I'm just... Also, thank you, Batal Crafter, for the 5, saying, I'm sorry I'm late. I've been eepy lately. Me too. Fuck, I might be sick. I'm, like, coughing. Talk about Taoism. I don't know anything about Taoism. What would I say? Anyways, I'll do Skirt Go Spinny for the 5. Thank you very much. Anyways. Hope you like my outfit, chat.
Hope you like my outfit.
And remember, chat, donor rewards are in the description below. W fit? Hell yeah. I become angrier and more cynical with age, but the planet is dying, and fascists keep winning, so I don't blame myself. I consider myself to have the trait of smart. Okay, this is like a fundamental flaw. I don't think that smart is like an individual trait, right? It's like a category of traits that you may or may not have, right? It's like an all-encompassing term. That's why I don't like the term very much, right? Like, it could be the case that, like, somebody is, like, really smart in one regard and really dumb in another regard, right? Are they a smart or a dumb person? Like, that's really difficult to categorize, right? Because for most people I met, they've described me as smart, including a psychiatrist. And I use that as a reason to believe I know more than others, though. Well, that's the thing, is, like, is being smart just knowing more than others? Like, if you memorize a bunch of useless information, but you don't interpret it, like, you know more things, but you're not smarter. You're not using your brain to interpret things in any meaningful way. You've just memorized things that aren't meaningful. Is that really what it means to be intelligent? I would argue no. What if you have the opposite problem? What if you're like me and you suck at memorizing things, but you're pretty good at interpreting things. Right? As long as you understand something, you're pretty good. You're sort of like good at like you're logicking your way through stuff, right? Like you would argue somebody like that might be smart, right? You would argue that both might be smart, right? For different reasons. But it's not like an all-encompassing term, right? Like for me, I'm pretty bad at memorization because I don't find it interesting, right? I can't make my brain interested in the process of memorizing dumb shit, right? But I do care about using logic and reasoning. I care about actually understanding and interpreting things and knowing what things are and how they work and why. But that's not memorization. It's interesting. I don't know what would make somebody smart, though. Because what are the criteria? I believe that it's a social fiction. I don't think that there's truly some sort of list of objective facts about what makes somebody smart or dumb. I think all of it is relativistic and vibes based. The same way that somebody might be cool or not very cool, right? It's just relative to society. There's no such thing as being objectively cool. I would make the same claim about smart. I don't think that there's such thing as being objectively smart. I think it's like a very subjective term. I think it's a social fiction. I think it's something we made the fuck up. I think it's just relativistic. It can either be relative to each individual person, everybody that's less intelligent than me by whatever arbitrary metric I deem to be useful is dumb, and anybody that is smarter by those metrics is smart. I could do that, or we could do it by average IQ, whatever metric you use. I mean, it's gonna be arbitrary, right? I don't know. Quote unquote smart is how you approach things, I think. You're right. It's complicated to measure. It's more than just memorization. It's how you apply what you already know as well as additional information you're given. Yeah, absolutely. Right? I mean, there's like Disney Channel Smart and Dumb, but that's a construct like gender is in life. It's just made up rules. Like I say, I think you're overthinking it. You're pretty smart. I don't think I'm overthinking it though. I don't think I'm overthinking it. I don't think I'm thinking about it the right amount. But maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. Maybe a virtue ethicist would say that this is a vice. I'm overthinking them. I need to think the right amount. Okay, in order to be virtuous. Okay, I need to be thoughtful, but not an overthinker or thoughtless. You know. But maybe that is just me. I'm not a virtue ethicist, by the way. So yeah, I don't know. There's different types of intelligence. That's also true, right? So to claim that somebody is intelligent, that doesn't really tell me much, right? I don't know. Maybe it does for some people, like if they're given a little bit. I guess if I'm given more context, it could, but I don't know. It's just hard to say. It's just hard to say. We should argue about politics, maybe. To be honest, you are describing my sort of intelligence when describing your own. Fair. But yeah, like I don't know. I think that smart is just like some sort of social fiction. I don't think it's like an objective measurement or anything. I don't think there's like a way to objectively measure it, right? Emotional intelligence is crazy underrated. Exactly. What if it's the case that somebody is like really good at math, but like they're like a fucking sociopath? They don't understand anything emotional, okay? They don't understand empathy. They don't understand other people, right? Are they smart? I mean, kind of, but how meaningful is that? I don't know. It's just hard to say. Like, I mean, sure, they could be smart at math, but broadly, I mean, I don't know, how would we measure that? You could say that they're book smart, but not street smart, right? Most sociopaths are fucking brilliant book-wise. Is that true? I don't know if that's true or not. Average sociopath IQ. So it seems to be the case that the mean IQ is 100.1. So it doesn't seem to be the case that sociopaths have higher IQs. So I'm gonna have to disagree with that. I think that this is just like something that we made the fuck up. That's like I think this is literally just I watched a scary movie about like a really smart sociopath serial killer. And now I think that sociopaths are smarter. That's what this take gives off, okay? That's what this take gives off. I'm gonna be honest. They're smart because they look out themselves? No, we just, like, but based on what metric? The mean IQ, 100.1. That's like average IQ. So according to this research, there's little reason to believe psychopathic individuals possess superior intelligence. Like, this just isn't borne out in any other research. Like, I'm looking here and it's like, I'm not finding anything. Like, there might be certain archetypes of sociopaths, but that's not the majority of them. Right? So, it really depends on who it is. Some sociopaths are really fucking smart, right? The same way that some non-sociopaths are also really fucking smart. But this idea that sociopaths are somehow like these really like smart, cunning individuals is fucking stupid. Like, that's just like something you see in a movie. It's like, oh my god, that's what it means to be a sociopath. And it's like, no, that's not what that means. That's like a really dumb take. It's like a really bad way of looking at things. Yeah, it's literally just selection bias. Yeah, it's not that sociopaths are highly intelligent, broadly speaking. It's that the sociopaths that you know of are, right? Patrick Bateman is not this. No, literally, it's like, okay, like, yeah, there's gonna be some serial killers that are pretty fucking smart, right? That are gonna be like the most like known about because they were very good at. To be fair, the ones that leave the mystery murders behind that never get caught when they're alive, those are the smartest ones. But the ones that we know about are generally gonna be pretty fucking smart because they got away with it for as long as they did, right? Anyways, I was saying generally smart because they are out for self. Do you think that being selfish is like some sort of smart characteristic? That doesn't have anything to do with intelligence. You know that, right? That's just like a personality trait. Why is there a donation bar at the bottom? Because we try to get the daily donor goal every day. It doesn't usually happen, but hopefully it does. For a while it did, when my channel was doing well. Anyways. A game was, lol, he was not smart, just rural. That's fair. That's fair. Look, the fact of the matter is, like, I don't know. I just hate this idea that, like, yeah, dude, sociopaths are so fucking smart, bro. Like, no, that's not true. Some of them can. Like, some of them are. They can be. Like, there's no intrinsic property of sociopathy that makes you dumb or smart. It's just, like, you can be smart or dumb while being a sociopath. There's no correlation there, even. Like, we haven't even found a correlation, let alone a direct causal link. There's no reason to believe that a sociopath is going to be smarter on average if there's not even a correlative factor, right? Again, you would have to at least prove that there's some sort of correlative factor. I mean, ideally, you'd be able to prove like a direct causal link, but no, even we haven't even found a correlation. They have average IQs on average. Like, anyways, it depends on how much you approach looking out for yourself. If it's to push everyone away, then it's dumb. But if it's the narcissist/sociopath way of using people for your advantage, it's smarter. Why do you think that using people is smart? Is it smart in the context of benefiting yourself? Sure, if those are your axioms. If your only axioms are, I would like to benefit myself and my own predispositions to the greatest extent possible, then sure, but you might have other axioms that you abide by. You might have other, some other moral stance on the matter, right? You might have like say for instance you're a utilitarian. You could be really fucking smart about maximizing utility, right? That doesn't make you dumber than the other person, right? You're just using your intelligence for different end goals, right? It just seems like, for whatever reason, we have this odd perception in society that if the end goals are more, I I don't know, cynical. Like if it's more cynical, that it's somehow smarter. This just isn't the case. Like being cynical doesn't make you smarter. Like there's not like a direct causal link there, right? I feel like people obsessed with serial killers were respectful of whatever fictional killers are emotionally damaged and can grow out of it. But when they don't, you get trash adults. Sociopath. Oh, because your name is Soapy. I see. Femyopath. Pissopath. Oh my god. Just looking at the comments, you're a femboy? Or correct me if I'm wrong. I'm actually a trans girl. I was a femboy for a while. That's where it comes from. The name Femyoz was derived from Femboy Lyrios, because Lyrios was the name of like an old channel that I had. Ciliopath. Skibidiopath, yeah. Skibidopath. Anyways. But yeah, no, I just think it's like interesting that people have this like weird perception that like, oh, you know, well, if you're like a serial killer, that means you're smarter. Not necessarily. If you're a psychopath, that means you're a genius. No, it doesn't. It doesn't mean that it doesn't make you some sort of savant, right? Most sociopaths are going to be stupid like everybody else, like you and I, okay? They're going to be dumb like the rest of us. Anyways. Fuck. Do you remember me?
No, who are you?
Repent and turn to Jesus. Can you please explain what that has to do with anything we were talking about? There's definitely different kinds of smarts. Like, for me, for example, I'm book smart, but emotionally, I'm on the short bus. Yeah, no, I get that. Like, I don't even know what kind of intelligent I am. Like, I'm not particularly book smart. I don't think. Like, I'm not street smart. I'm really fucking autistic. So I think I'm a dumbass. That's how I view it. Like, am I book smart? Well, no, not really. Like, I mean, like, sometimes I kind of am, but, like, I'm not good at math. I'm not, like, the worst at it, but I'm not that good at it. I don't know. It's like, am I good at literature, like, interpreting literature? Not really. Like, I don't even like to read. So it's like, I don't know. I'm not that smart of a person, I don't think. But it's like, I am able to logic my way through stuff. So it's like, okay, that's like, points towards me, I think, is being able to logic my way through everything, kind of. You know, as long as I understand, like, the terms being used, I can generally logic my way through it. You're the best YouTuber ever, and I love you so very much. Well, thank you, Tracy. I appreciate that. Like, that's like the only reason I was able to get through math classes, is I was just able to logic my way through it. You know what I mean? But sometimes it was memorization, other times it was logic. Like, math isn't something that, like, intuitively makes that much sense once it gets into, like, the more complicated shit, right? But if it's something that I can just, like, logic my way through, like, if it's, like, algebra, and I can just logic my way through it, right? And I know what the terms mean, that's not that bad, right? But that doesn't make me a math person. I'm not good at math. I don't like math. I just so happened to logic my way through it when I had to do math. But that doesn't necessarily make me good at it. I don't know. Like, for instance, I took AP stats, and, like, that was something that was, well, no, some of it was intuitive, some of it wasn't. Like, it either made complete sense, or it didn't make any sense at all, depending on what it was. And, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I'm like 40% book smart, 40% logic smart, 20% emotionally smart, and 10% street smart. For me, I'm like, fuck, maybe 20% emotionally smart, 60% logic smart, and then everything else. And then, like, maybe, like, 5% book smart, and then all of the other ones. Yeah. I'd say I'm decently smart emotion-wise. Yeah, I think you definitely are, Simon, based on talking to you. Anyways. Math is the worst. Time isn't real. I'm tired of digging these holes, Grandpa. I don't know what that means, but thank you. Fuck. Man, maybe I am sick. I'm 10,000 IQ and everything, Sam. My real name is Colton. I'm just using my mom's phone. Why are you using your mom's phone? Why aren't you using your own? How old are you, Mr. Colton? Because that's like I feel like you might not be old enough to watch my content. Because some of the stuff we do here is like pretty out there. Okay, pretty out there. Okay, no, Colton, no, don't watch me. Okay, I guess this stream might be fine, but like some of the other content I do, no, I don't want you watching me. You're way too young. I'm sorry. You're not even old enough to have a YouTube account. You should not be watching me, alright? Nothing against you, personally. I'm sure you're a great kid, but my content is targeted towards a more mature audience, okay? Genuinely, I just wouldn't recommend watching me, okay? Seriously. Anyways. Let's see here. It's cold and you're gonna be sick. I'm not sick. It's my mom's old phone, and no, I'm not a great kid. Well, you should become a great kid, and don't watch me. Please, don't watch me. Alright? I'm gonna have to get rid of you. I'm sorry. Nothing against you personally. Sure you're a great guy, okay? Just... Maybe watch things that are a little bit more age appropriate, okay? Again, you wouldn't know, alright? You probably just scrolled into this or whatever. But I think your parents need to do a better job. You're not gonna like this, but I do think your parents probably should monitor what you're watching. And my channel ain't it. Anyways. Just go back to watching Skibbity Toilet, child. Yeah, no, I don't want to be mean. Here's the thing, right? Like, dude, I never want to be mean or condescending. But it's like at the same time, I don't want people that are that young to watch me. You know what I mean? Because I feel like it's not good for them to watch. But like, here's the thing is like, when I was 10, if I were to watch something, I feel like I would have gotten like mad at somebody for saying something like that. Okay, thank you for that person. Jesus Christ. You made the responsible choice. Oh yeah, for sure. It's just like, I'm thinking about it like, okay, when I was 10, I would have gotten annoyed. I would have been like, what the fuck? Why did I get banned? You know what I mean? And it's like, fuck, man. It's like, I can empathize with that, because it's like, when I was a kid, I always wanted to watch adult stuff. Like, I wanted to watch what adults watched. Because it like, all of this stuff. Here's the thing that sucks, okay? Here's the thing that sucks about kids' content, is it condescends. Most of it condescends to the audience. And I fucking hate that. Right? Oh god, I got mad as hell when people said that to me as minor, but it's the responsible thing to do as an adult. No, yeah, exactly. Like, when I was a kid, I would get so mad at that. Because here's the thing. I felt like I could relate more to the content that was made for adults. Like, it didn't feel... I liked it because it didn't feel like I was being talked down to. You know what I mean? Like, it felt like, oh, I'm, like, being talked to like an actual fucking person. Like... I'm seen as like a real human being, you know? I don't know. Anyways, I watched shit I shouldn't have been watching when I was a kid. Me too, and that's why it's so difficult. It's like, okay, did that negatively affect me? Probably not. I think it's fine, okay? I turned out fine. Actually, I mean, I am I'm like a part-time YouTuber. That's like not fine, okay? That's like the opposite of turning out fine, okay? Alright, I'm gonna be real. That's like not fine. That's like mental illness. Being a YouTuber is like a mental illness. But yeah, no, like I definitely watched content that I shouldn't have watched growing up, but like, I don't know, like at the time I would have been like, yeah, who the fuck cares? And looking back, it's like, yeah, I mean, it didn't really do any harm. Like, who cares? I don't know. I don't know. There's plenty of age-appropriate, more mature YouTube content. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I was just, like, a contrarian as well. When I was a kid, I always wanted to watch something if I wasn't supposed to watch it. It's like, oh, I'm not supposed to watch it. Well, I want to watch it 5 times more now. Like before I kind of sort of wanted to watch it, but now that I'm told that I'm not supposed to watch it, now I really want to watch it. You know what I mean? But it's like really interesting because like looking back, it's like, okay, like I feel like, okay, am I like over policing because like do I over police? I don't know. What did you first find out that you were LGBTQ plus? Well, I guess I found out I was bisexual either in it would have been like 8th grade, maybe freshman in high school. Because I know I came out freshman year of high school, but I knew I was at least starting to question like a year before that. Like I was really starting to question that. And yeah. In terms of finding out that I was trans, like a year ago or something, you know. I mean, I started hormone replacement therapy over a year and a half ago, so, you know. But maybe that's just me. I am bi, I am greedy, I take every gender you can think of. Wow, how very greedy of you. Philosophy question. Do you think the body came first or the body? I think it might have been the body. That's my thoughts. I don't know about you, but that's what I think. You might disagree with me on that, but anyways, how old do you think people should have to be to watch you? I don't know. That's such a difficult question to answer because it's not like explicitly 18 plus. Like I'm not making porn, okay? Like I'm not literally doing pornography where it's like obviously 18 plus, right? But it's like it's definitely like something that is catered towards a more mature audience. I would rather adults watch me than kids, right? I don't care, like, I don't really, what's a good way of putting it? I make content that I would watch, right? And I'm an adult, so I guess it's adult content in terms of who the target audience is. But in terms of who can watch it, I don't know. Maybe 16th youngest. It's hard to say. I don't know. Like it's difficult because a lot of my content is like gonna be fine regardless. Like if I'm just talking about philosophy shit, but then it's like if you look at the other content on my channel, then it's like, ooh, I don't know about that one, Chief. You know? But I don't know. It's like that's like such a difficult question. I think the responsibility is up to the parents to be oh, I absolutely agree with that, right? Like, that's why I don't really have, like, a specific limit or anything. But if it's, like, if somebody is, like, I don't know, like, comes in and they're like, I'm 10 years old, like, obviously, like, yeah, we're not gonna keep you around. Like, holy shit, your parents are so negligent that they think that it's a good idea to have you watch me. Right? I don't know, but it's like... and so that's the thing, is like I want to trust the parents to make the right decision for their kids, right? But it's like I don't know if I can do that. Philosophy question, tits or ass? I'm gonna have to go with tits because like think about it, okay? This is what I mean, is me answering a question like this is a perfect example for why like it's not kids content, right? Because it's like I'm immediately gonna answer a question like that. So like I don't cuck the content in case there's kids watching or whatever. It's like, that's not my responsibility, right? It's the responsibility of the parents to parent their kids, right? I'm not their parents, right? But it's like, okay, if the conversation is about tits or ass, right? Should probably be an adult watching. Yeah, that's like a good way of putting it. I don't filter myself just in case children are watching. Right? But I don't make content exclusively for adults. Like, it's not like NSFW 18 plus content, right? I don't know. No, you've got the right idea. Kids will ignore their parents or the parents aren't monitoring. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Every time I see your streams, you're defending your content and the age it's suited for. What? How many times have you seen my content? You're so full of shit. Most of my content is not that. You're retarded. It is generally not for kids. Just because you're not being vulgar doesn't mean it's for kids. Blame the parents. I do blame the parents, but I am very vulgar. I say the fuck word and the shit word. I say all of that's like, I don't know. I feel like, but that's not why it wouldn't be for kids. Like if a 10-year-old finds out about the fuck word, like I don't care about that, right? It would be more about like I would agree with you in terms of it doesn't matter if it's vulgar or not. It matters if it has certain themes, right? And I think my content has certain themes where it's like, yeah, I wouldn't want some people below a certain age to watch this because it has certain themes where it's like, okay, yeah, no. But then it's like, it's so weird because then they're like, aren't there like cartoons that are like explicitly made for kids and then like they have innuendos that like are explicitly made to go over the kids' heads because they're too young to understand, just for the parents to enjoy? And it's like, okay, so then it's like, it's like so difficult to draw a line. I don't know. I don't know. Like, that's always been a weird thing in my opinion. Like the fact that they do that. Like, doesn't that feel like a bit odd to do that in like a, I don't know. That just seems weird to me. That just seems really weird to me. I don't know why. That just doesn't, I don't know. Yeah, like for instance, the New Year's stream we did was like definitely like for adults. Like, I don't know. Santa, my chiming in is the answer, both yes or no, depends on the major slash. Okay. You must think every trans person is a DI hire. Dude, stop fucking cursing. That's so fucking shitty of you, bitch. True. Yeah, no, can you oh god. But yeah, no, I'm like, I don't know, I just make whatever content I want. I feel like it shouldn't be a discussion. Like, I feel like, whatever, like, it should just be like, the parents decide what their kids watch. If it's that big of a deal, I don't know. Like, I can only do so much, right? I'm just gonna make content that's entertaining. The Piss Cult versus the Shit Clan in an eternal struggle. The rise of the Piss Cult. The Piss Cult was founded by Pissius Christ, a divine being said to have emerged from the celestial urn appointed by the golden stream. He preached the doctrine of endless flow, teaching that true enlightenment came from the constant release and purification. His followers, the Flowborn, built the great urinal of divinity. Dear Lord. What are you doing? Reading the most schizo shit imaginable. Depends, mate, but the numbers show that for some reason kids who get degrees just aren't going into the right fields they study for. Then they're forced to take classes they don't need to. Oh, yeah, I am forced to take... That is... Okay, the last part is definitely true. Like, there was no reason I had to take a biology class, other than I had to take it. Because I had to take it, I guess. Right? But I'm a business major. Why do I need to take a biology class? That's fucking stupid. I'm not going into biology. I'm not going to be a biologist. I don't need any of this information. I don't need to know what a fucking polynucleotide fucking eat shit and die. Fucking no. I don't understand. Why? Are you happy? Sometimes. Never accepted by a real woman as a woman. Never be respected by other men. Zoyman is a woman. Like a cis woman. Like, she's like a cis woman and she accepts me. So, I don't know what the fuck you're on about. Oh, there are plenty of women in chat. A lot of them are trans, so maybe you wouldn't think that they're real women, but Zoyman is a cis woman, right? She was assigned female at birth. She accepts me, so I don't see why... I don't see why you would make this claim. Yeah, I accept you. You're awesome sauce. Thank you, Zoyman. I appreciate that. Yo, trans guy here. Hope you're doing okay. You too, Nitro Blue. I hope you're also doing well. And I forget you're not AFAB sometimes. Hell yeah. As a cis woman, I accept you. Not that you need our acceptance law. Hell yeah. See, I don't want to talk about it. Understands. You get it. Wait, I don't want to talk about it. Wait, did I invite you to the Discord server? Do I have you on Discord? I don't remember. I've seen you around for a few streams. Just saw the stream, YouTube especially Shorts has loads of transphobia, so if anyone comes in here trying to say you're not valid, tell them to fuck off. Oh, I do a lot more, funny shit than that. That's like, that's just like the tip of the iceberg. You're just you, who cares? Yeah. Your hair is gonna disappear if you don't touch it. No, the problem isn't that it's gonna disappear. It's just that I'm, like, adjusting it, okay? I'm trying to adjust it. Okay? You don't understand. I added you, but I think I didn't get invited. Okay, I'll invite you because you've been around for a while because I recognize you. Is that hair fake? Nope. So cute. Thank you, ghostly blurry face. I don't get the transphobia. Me neither. I promote you, Femi. It took over a month for me to get my Femyoz merch. Well, congratulations on getting it. I don't know if it printed correctly. If it didn't, I'm sorry. Fuck. Yeah, it does take a while to get. Honestly, Fem, you aren't hurting me or anyone I know, so I have no reason to be against you. I just don't like the people who try to cram it down my throat or hurt others. Also, it honestly shouldn't be in schools. What specifically is in schools that shouldn't be? Because, like, I think it's perfectly fair for trans people to exist and for people to be aware that we exist, right? Like, I think that, here's the thing. I think that you've been told by, like, conservative media outlets that, like, oh no, they're, like, pushing it in schools, they're gonna trans our kids, and, like, they're pushing it on everybody, right? And then you just see somebody like me who's, like, kind of normal, right? And you're like, oh, that must be the exception. The fact of the matter is I'm the rule, not the exception, right? I'm not, like, I wouldn't even say that I'm the rule, right? I think that nobody is, like, the rule, right? I guess we're, like, just normal people, but, like, we're trans. That's, like, the difference. It's, like, you know what I mean? Gay kids will be gay and trans kids will be trans no matter what you tell or show them. Yeah, that's my position. Like, I don't think you can make somebody trans or gay. I don't think there's a such thing. The same way that you can't make a gay or a trans person straight or cis. That just doesn't make any sense, right? Conversion therapy doesn't work in either direction, right? And it would be wrong to try it in either direction, right? That's unethical. So, that's my position. People are just confused themselves. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Hi, I'm new here and I can already tell I'm gonna love the channel. I've subscribed and liked already. Let's go, Riley! Based! I'm scared to open your comment section with trans stuff. It's just sad. Accept us, anyone transphobic on any social media. Why do you care? It's how I want to live my life, dude. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like so used to it. Let's see. Yes, I don't mean that people shouldn't know y'all exist, but it's being pushed heavily on younger audiences. Kids in drag shows, tampons in middle school bathrooms. Okay. So 2 things. Kids in drag shows. Okay. 1. Drag queens are not trans. Right? Those are not the same thing. Right? A drag queen is like a guy that's like doing like some form of cross-dressing as like a performance art. That's not the same thing as being trans. Okay? All right, that's one facet, okay? Second off, there's gonna be like a distinction between like a safe for work and not safe for work drag show, right? Like there are like a lot of like age appropriate drag queen outfits that would be like totally fine, like that I'd be totally fine with, right? Where it's like they're wearing more clothes than you or I would wear down the street, right? So like, I don't know, somebody that's wearing something like, I don't know, like for example, this, right? Like this isn't like this is obviously safe for work, right? I wouldn't have a problem with like a kid seeing something like this, right? Just that, like something like whereas like something that's like a little bit more revealing, I would have an issue with. Like if there's like, I don't know, anything that's like more like sexually suggestive, I would obviously not be okay with kids seeing that, right? But I don't think that anybody disagrees with that. But like something like this where it's like, okay, like they're not like there's nothing sexual about this. This is just like an art form, right? Like there's like nothing, there's not really anything wrong with this, right? Like what would the issue be that you would have with this? Like I wouldn't have an issue with that, right? As for tampons in men's restrooms, like I'm sorry, I just don't care. It's kind of a nothing burger. Like, you don't have to use them. Nobody's making you use them. Right? I'm gonna be real. Like, I just don't care. Like, it's just for trans guys. Right? Trans guys exist. Right? Sometimes they need tampons. Right? Specifically, if they haven't started hormone replacement therapy. Right? They're gonna need tampons. Right? They still have periods. Right? But they might also be uncomfortable using the women's restroom. And that's okay. Right? Like, I don't think that there's any harm caused by putting tampons in both restrooms, right? Like, sure, maybe it's not useful for you. Maybe you even think it's stupid, but I don't think it's harmful, right? Like, worst case scenario is it's stupid and nobody uses them, right? It's sexual ones. Well, if there's any examples of sexual ones, then obviously I'm against that, and most people are against that. And I've been to them myself, and it's kids as young as 12 in sexual drag shows. Okay, well, if that's happening, then I'm against that, obviously. Right? Like, I'm not in favor of kids seeing things that are sexual. Like, obviously, that's not my position. And I think that most people would agree with me. Right? Yeah, like, if there's, like, a trans mask kid who looks very masculine and they're on their period, right? Like, would you want them to be forced to go to the women's restroom? Like, I would argue no. Like, I don't think that anybody should be forced to go anywhere that they're not comfortable. Right? I'm also in favor of gender-neutral restrooms as well. I think that that should be available to everybody, right? Yeah, it's kind of a nothing problem, right? It's just sort of not that big of a deal. Yeah, banning drag queens is like banning clowns or mimes. No, that's actually a perfect analogy, right? Like, you might think that, like, they're weird. Like, some people might be, like, uncomfortable with, like, a clown or, like, a drag queen, right? Like, just because you're, like, just because some people might be, like, uncomfortable with it, right? Doesn't mean it's, like, not safe for work, right? Like, some people are terrified of clowns, but that doesn't mean that they're not, like, appropriate for kids, right? I would make the same argument about drag queens. Like, something like this. Okay, let's be real. He slays, all right? I'm sorry. Like, this is an art form, right? This is not sexual. Like, come on. You're the fucking the delusional if you think that all of this stays on in the bedroom. Come on. Yeah, clowns are actually scarier than drag queens. Like, I'm sorry, but like, I'm sorry, but like, this is, but like, I'm sorry, but you can't claim that like that this isn't like, I'm sorry, but like, clowns are, well, actually, this one's not that scary. Like, some of them are. Like, this one's kind of scary. This one's definitely scary look. Like, Jesus Christ. Come on. Like, clowns can be pretty scary sometimes, you know? It also depends on the type of clown. Drag queens are sexual. Not all of them. Some of them can be. Nicholas Diorio. What did Nick Diorio do to you? Poor Nick. Poor Nick. No, he's too large, okay? He's too large to put on the clown fit. Okay? Are they pushing pictures of transgender to kids? What the fuck does that mean? Art the Clown is just a funny guy? What do you mean? Nick the double stuffed Oreo? It's just part of the status quo. Kids are gonna ask why there are two men or women kissing. Yeah, which, I mean, is like a reasonable... Like, they're gonna ask that question no matter what. Like, oh, why is there a man and a woman kissing? What are they doing? Why are they kissing? Or why is there a man and... Generally, if you're like a kid, though, you're gonna like... be like, ew, kissing, like, no matter what the gender is. You're gonna be like, ew, girls have cooties. Ew, why are they kissing? That's gross. Close your eyes. Guys, close your eyes. There's a kissing scene. Like, come on, we were all like that as kids. We were all fucking like that, okay? Like, if there was ever a kissing scene in the movie, we'd be like, ew. Like, everyone would start saying, ew. And it's like, that was just sort of, that was part of the fun as well, right? I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but, like, I don't think that that's limited to straight people or whatever, right? There's also gonna be gay people, right? And they're gonna be kissing and everyone's gonna be like, ew, right? As like a kid, not because they're gay, but because, like, you know, they're kissing, right? I don't know. I just view it as, like, not that serious, right? Like, I don't know. I'm still like that for straight couples, real. The bathroom issue is so weird. People are leaving this, a sign won't stop creeps from doing things. No, literally, like, nothing has changed in that regard. Like, if some creepy person wants to rape somebody in a bathroom, they can, like, they've always been able to do that. They've never not been able to do that, right? It's a hard problem, but it's solved with closed stalls and gender-neutral bathrooms. Conservatives just don't want to talk about that issue. Which is, like, so weird to me. Like, don't you want your bathrooms to be better? Don't you want public restrooms to not suck and be so uncomfortable and disgusting? Like, don't you, like, wouldn't it be so cool if they were like the bathrooms that they have at airports where, like, they're gender neutral and it's like each toilet is like its own room? Wouldn't that be so much better? Like, I don't know. It just seems like such a missed opportunity. It's like, I'm sorry, but like, public restrooms suck. Like, regardless of gender, they fucking suck. They're gonna be uncomfortable no matter what. Yeah, but we should make them as good as possible, right? Like, we should make it so that, like, instead of having, like, these, like, awful fucking, like, cheap-ass, like, fucking, like, you can look through the cracks and see somebody taking a shit-ass stalls, alright? Instead of having shit like that, okay? Wouldn't it be, like, nice if, like, each toilet had its own room? Like, there's, like, a, like, the bathroom itself is, like, it's like a hallway almost, and then, like, each stall is, like, its own little room, right? It has, like, a door that seals shut, and, like, there's, like, a toilet and toilet paper and, like, a sink. Wouldn't that be so much better? Come on. You can't convince me that that wouldn't be objectively better. Yeah, what if I want someone watching me poop through the little crack? Yeah, exactly. Public restrooms are the least of people's concerns when it comes to the issue of sexual assault, since there's no way to stop predators regardless. Yeah, I think that bathrooms are, like, such a fucking, like, it's such a red hair. It's, like, the dumbest argument you could possibly make against trans people. Yeah. I love having staring contests with 7 feet tall men while shitting on the toilet, yeah. They should just shit and piss on the walls in public restrooms, true. Alright, what an incredible note to end on. Oh my god. Oh my god. And you're still doing it? Doing what? Messing with my hair? Is that what I was criticized for? I'm sorry, I can't help it. Yeah, no, that's like... Yeah, I agree with what this woman is saying. Like, why would you say I'm a woman to go into the women's restroom? You could just walk in there already. Like, nobody's gonna fucking... Are there, like, security guards outside of the bathrooms? Who the fuck is gonna pay for that? Who does that benefit? Come on. Like, has this ever really been an issue? No, it's not an issue now, and it wasn't an issue before. Right? It's literally just a made-up issue that conservatives fucking fearmonger over to get your votes, so that they can decrease taxes on rich people. That's all they're doing. It's literally just a made-up issue to distract you from the fact that they're gonna cut taxes for rich people, so that you, as the poor person, get to suffer more. Or so that you, as the middle-class person, get to suffer more. Right? Choosing what context to put in your content when I'm making valid points that you're not addressing. Okay, what valid points have you made? I don't think you've made any. But, let's see here. I love Jesus. Wow, incredible argument. Blue cheese is in your future. Children shouldn't be exposed to it. That's the whole point and the only point. Exposed to what? Non-sexual outfits? What the fuck are you talking about? You're retarded. Huh? Oh, I love how you're still on clowns and choosing what comments you read out loud. Still doing it. Nah, we don't care about all that. We just don't want a dude going into the girls' bathroom. Is this like a good argument? This is your good argument? This is your best argument. Like what? Wait, hold on. Do you think that if somebody is going into the restroom for predatory reasons that they feel the need to wear a dress and call themselves a woman?